cryptocurrency and experiences and such. Many of you know about, if you don't know, you probably heard about a currency named BitConnect, which was listed in here. I don't even know if it's still here actually. It's called BitConnect. It might be even on the next page. BitConnect. BCC, which is the BitConnect. It was a lending platform, and this BitConnect has been open since I think it was January 2016. Let's see. BitConnect started on January 2017. That was when it came down. Okay, yeah, 2017 is actually when it actually started. As you can see, 0.162. So it was only like 1 cent when the BitConnect actually started. So BitConnect went down right here. Many of you know because you were probably on BitConnect when it went down. I was on BitConnect when it went down, but I'll tell you a little bit more later. So BitConnect went down in here in January 2000, January the 18th or January the 17th, between there. So $35 and then reached all the way down to $3. So if you look right here, right just before Christmas, BitConnect was $444 per coin. That was the peak of BitConnect right there. $437 per coin. Now, the reason I'm making this video is because I really believe before you invest in anything, you have to do your own due diligence. So you have to do your own due diligence, which stands for research and check and analysis of whatever you wish to buy. Now, a lot of people lost money on this BitConnect website, and they this BitConnect platform, and they're walking around blaming Teron James and Greg and and a few other YouTubers. Now, I lost money as well, but I didn't lose anything that I haven't put in. So I actually made money instead of losing money. I only lost like a small little portion for what was left in the platform. But you have to do your own due diligence. You can't just rely on someone to be telling you, oh, this is a good coin, this is a good platform, I've been doing it for this long, I put this much, and otherwise your emotions starting to play out, and then that's when you lose. So the BitConnect started a very long time ago. I have a friend who appointed me that BitConnect is a good platform, and that she was making money with it. I looked into the platform. I didn't know much about it. Initially, I was just on Bitcoin. I was buying and all different currencies on Bitcoin until I went to BitConnect. So as I was on Bitcoin, I did actually make much. Bitcoin, it was around maybe 7,000, I'll say, probably 7,000, and I had other different coins from here. I had the BitConnect Cash didn't exist back then. I had the Dash. I had a few other different currencies. Anyway, it wasn't going up as much as I expected, and I looked at all my friends doing the BitConnect, and BitConnect was exploding. People were making hundreds of thousands of dollars, and I felt that I was lagging behind because I was hesitating, I was complacent to put the money in, and I was scared that I was going to lose my money. So I've watched a lot of videos, good and bad videos, and I'll tell you something which is very important. If you're going to invest in crypto or any other currency, it's good that you look at the good videos and you also look at the bad videos. And to be honest, the bad videos are more important, because the bad videos will teach you what to avoid so you don't lose your money, so you can always protect your money. And I was very reluctant to this because I only wanted to watch positive videos. I only wanted to watch videos that people are successful, not people that never, put money in and just criticizing, and da 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 da. So the way I look at is, if you're going to look at the bad videos, look at the videos that the person actually invested in, right? And for some reason something went wrong, and that person got a really bad, because it's a really good feedback for yourself. So the person, look at the videos that that person actually invested into a platform and went through everything as normal, and then something happened and that person is giving you a feedback what happened in his or her experience. So videos like that are very, very important because it saves you a lot of money and a lot of headaches. Now if you avoid watching all the videos and just title all of them as a scam, then you will be getting scammed, because the same thing that happened to A, B and C, it's more likely to happen to you. But if you had watched them, you can protect yourself and you can move forward. So I went in, I opened an account with BitConnect. I put $200 of my own individual money on BitConnect, and every day BitConnect was paying me $2 something. I had to lock in for 299 days, and I wasn't too worried about it. And then I thought, well, $2 or $2 or whatever, $2.50. It's really, I'm gonna have to wait for a very long time to get paid. I think the end of the loan was going to be something like $1,000. I think for each $100 was $1,000 for the end of 299 days, which is nearly a year. So I decided, well, this is too just too it just pays me peanuts. So I need to increase my cash flow. I want more cash flow, but also the more I put in, the more it means more risk is going to be. So I've decided I was going to put $1,500 into BitConnect again on top of the 200 that I've already had in. So in saying that, I put in the $1,500. That's all US. So I changed it over to a Bitcoin and changed it to BitConnect and did the lending. And back then I was getting just over $10. So I was getting $10-15 for the space of a month or so. And then the daily payment was starting to increase and increase and increase. When it reached the total of I think it was $30 or $35. I kept watching it every 2 days or every 3 days. I kept watching that account to see how is it going, and everything was going fine. Everything's growing. Everything was sweet as pie. But I watched a couple of videos warning me that the BitConnect might be a scam, and the reason there might be a scam is because they were paying very low fees. They used to pay 1%. They used to pay 1.5, 1.67. 2.85 per day, and these people were warning that for some reason the platform is not paying the high rate what it used to do anymore, and that sign that the platform or the actually all software is clogged or is going down. The reason is because people are starting to pull money out. So I sort of got myself a little bit reluctant to it. I didn't want to pull any money out. I thought, nah, this is just gossip and fat, and I'm going to continue with my crypto, doing what I'm doing, and that's okay. But I kept my eye on it, and after another 3 weeks, I noticed that everything that a couple of YouTubers were saying was actually true. I wasn't getting paid $35 anymore daily. It was just like $22, $23. The payment was really, really, really crap. So I've decided that to avoid fees, I've let my account accumulate every $100 and pull my money out. So every $100 every time, so I would say maybe a week or 7 days or 10 days, I'll have $100 and I pull the $100 out. and my goal was to pull the full $1,700 that I initially put in, because I didn't know how much longevity would the BitConnect platform last. I started to doubt about the platform, and I started to pull my money out. Also, I had made other investments and the bigger value, but I don't want to talk about that at the moment. But I pulled my money out, and I kept pulling my money out every 7 days, every 5 7 days. I was pulling my money out, and then it became a little bit more scary, because the payment just kept being low and low, and other platforms that just been released like Devo and Extra Coins and Regal, they were paying a lot more. They were paying a lot more to BitConnect compared with BitConnect. So I pull 500, I pull 600, I pull 1,000, I pull 1,500, and then the news come up that the BitConnect went under. So I quickly had a friend that rang me and said, "Oh, listen, if something is going on with BitConnect, they've shutting it down. Get your money out as soon as you can." So when I logged into the platform, it was too late. I believe I had 3,000 and something there on that platform. Actually, let's see if I can show you. Instead of just talking about it, let's see if I can show you here. If it's still open, BitConnect, BitConnect. Let's see if I can get in. So I had about 3,000. I did a couple of reinvestments as well, but the BitConnect just went under, and I'll show you exactly how much I had there, so you can see. So if I can still show you, I don't know if the platform's still working or not, but it's been down since the 17th of January. There you go. I'm still signing in. Yeah, it's still working. If you can see my screen, I believe you're on full screen. So if you can see my screen, you'll be able to see what I'm talking about. So that's my BitConnect wallet there. Total earnings I can show you. So total lending was $4,068, and I had a affiliate bonus of $700, and I earned 4,771. So I pulled the 700. Let's see, total investment 3,000, and capital release 3,000. So as you can see here, or if you can see it, I don't know if this is on the screen, but if you can see it, you can see that total lending was $4,068, and I earned 4,771. So I basically put most of my money out, all of my money out, and just left the lending there, just on the expectation that if the platform is going to die. I don't know if he is, or if he's going to die. But if he's going to die, at least I pull my initial capital out, and then I'll have no risk whatsoever. I'll have no risk, and then if he leaves and he goes well, then I can start reinvesting back the money I've been pulling out daily. But my goal was not to leave the money in there, because if he dies, then I'll lose everything. So it worked really well for me. I wish you could have done the same thing, but it might be too late now, because the whole thing is finished. I don't do lending anymore. I have people asking me about the lending, how's it going, and I don't do the lending anymore. I think it's very risky. My strategy was to get in, and I did that with a different sort of capital as well. So I did get in, and I stayed for a period of time, and I was pulling money daily. Every day I was putting my money out straight away, and I was just putting in Bitcoin, Litecoin, all other different currencies on the Exodus, and that way I was saved, and Bitcoin took off, actually went up higher, and I had made my money within space of 40 days. I had made my money back and I had profit about 6,000 on top of what I initially started. So um, for me, it worked well. If you're thinking about doing anything else, I think in my perspective, in my belief, and this is not a financial advice or anything. It's just my opinion. You better off just buy the coins, diversify, in a few coins or platforms. Realistically, the safest way is on your own platform, is on your own wallet that you have your private keys. But if I invest into platforms like CoinSpot or CoinJar or BTC markets, things like that, I won't put too much money in. Just worry about the website can be taken down at any time, and you run the risk of losing all your money because you can't log in and your money is gone. You haven't got private keys, so it's everything lost. You better off. I only go to those platforms just to quickly buy a coin that I can't find anywhere else, and then I open my own private wallet, and then I'll send it straight into my private wallet, which I can control it. And most of you know, if you've been on crypto for at least 6 months, you know that before or just about before Christmas, the CoinSpot, CoinJar, and the market BTC market capitalization platforms, they actually been blocked, so they wouldn't let people buy crypto with the credit card for whatever reasons. They believed that it was too much traffic going around and they needed to control the platforms better, and a lot of people were disappointed because they wanted to continue to buy and sell their crypto, and they were very disappointed. The platforms were locked down and for whichever reasons that they were giving people. So your security, you don't run the risk of being controlled by a third party when you have your private wallet. So I advise you to have your private wallet so you'll be safe that way and everything is fine. So moving on from there, I just want to quickly say that I take responsibility of my own investment as well. I'm not like some YouTubers or people that go out on YouTube and now blaming Trevon James or blaming Craig or blaming Nick, or I'm not a coward. So before I make my investment, I make my own analyze. I analyze my investments. I check before I do it. I take the responsibility before I make my investments. I don't just jump in because they telling me to, because they're just the YouTubers like any other. They're just dudes like any other dudes, man. Everyone is just making the money, and they just telling you how they making the money for themselves, how they making the money their way. That doesn't mean you have to do it that way. Now, if you're foolish to go and do it that way, and you lose your money, and now you want to sue them, you a coward. You absolutely a coward. So that's my opinion. So they're not accountable for your investments, what you do with your investments. They're just cowboys, man. Cowboys jumping into crypto and making money, and they're excited about it. They're making money. Obviously, they're making money, and if you get in, they get referrals, for you to get in. But then it's up to you what you do with your money. No one has got a gun in your head saying you have to buy this one or you have to buy that one, or I'm going to hold your family accountable for it. No one is saying that to you. So everyone is on YouTube now blaming this one, A, B, C, and D. I think they're absolutely wrong. And there's nothing to be sued, nothing to sue them for, because they did nothing wrong. And the same thing, they gave you money. They said things that you didn't know. They teach you crypto, things that you didn't know about it. But not everyone controls the emotion. Not everyone can see all the angles, or predict when things are going to happen. No one can say that. No one can do that. So that's up to you. You do your own research, and if you see that it's not going according to what your plan is, then you readjust your plan. And if you can't get your money out because it's locked, then you take your money out every day. You don't carry on doing the plan like a fucking idiot, right? Keep putting the money in there. You start taking your money out straight away. Now, if you put your money yesterday and the platform died today, you should have worked it out before. You should have waited and checked their platform for months before you even put a penny into it. You have to do your own diligence. You can't just jump in and then and believe that, oh, those guys has been doing it for months, right? Everything's gonna be okay. It took me months before I started just to a normal Bitcoin. It took me months just to get into it, and I regret it because I thought, well, I was being too cautious, but I regret it, and I lost a lot of money. I also could make money, right? But I lost a lot of money because I didn't jump earlier. But this just crypto. That's just the learning process. So before you do anything, you have to analyze, you have to check, you have to see all the angles, you have to check with everyone, how long has this been around? Well, I'll give you a couple more days and then I'll see. And if I'm going to get in, I might get in and I'm going to take my money out straight away. But I don't want to risk 10 grand. I don't want to risk 5k. I'll probably just risk $5. I've done a couple of things like that. I put $5 into Laser Online. Everyone was talking about Laser Online. I put $5 into Laser Online. Within a couple of weeks, the $5 turned into $20. So I put $100. And 2 or 3 weeks later, $100 turned into $500. And when I was trying to get my money out, Laser Online went under. So I've lost $500. Am I going to cry? No. Legitimately, I lost $105 because that's what I put in. I went into a BitConnect. It was almost the same thing. I went into BitConnect. Before I went in, I wait for a while. I watch a lot of videos. I wait for months before I get in. Once I got in, I started. I did 3 weeks or so. I put $100. I put $200, right? And in a couple of weeks, I made $400. So I pulled my money out. And BitConnect's still going. So I put a little bit more. I put another $150. Right, and BitConnect went for another week and a half and then died. So I managed to get my money out. I didn't lose anything in that one, but it's just a luck of the draw. You have to be very careful how you're doing it. I went to Chain Group, same thing. I put $200 on Chain Group. Chain Group lasted me for about 2 months. I heard that they were going to close, and apparently they already had done the profits that they were supposed to do, and it was just a lot of controversy exactly what they were doing. So I pulled my money out. As soon as I pulled my money out, within 2 or 3 weeks later, everything died. Everything just went past, right? I went to Control Finance. I put $1,500 on Control Finance, you know. I waited a while before I put in. I didn't put 10k, I put $1,500, yeah? But I was only getting paid $25 daily. So I was pulling that $25 daily. I was pulling that out. The goal was to pull the $1,500 out, and then whatever I get after that, it will be a bonus, right? And honestly, the platform only lasts for 3 weeks just after I jumped in. So I've lost about $1,300. I've lost about $1,300 just like that, you know. And I didn't see that one coming, so I sort of hesitated, and I thought, oh, okay, right, you know, just because they say they paid or you're locked in for 200 and whatever days, that doesn't mean they're going to be last that long. You know, there was another one which was the really rip-off one. It was a crypto solution, and I had a friend who mentioned about it, and I got excited about it. I'm thinking, yeah, but it just sounds too much profit. It's just too much profit they were going to pay. And it was something like, if you put $100, they're going to give you 10 grand. I mean, it was just too much to believe. But I didn't know much. I thought, well, if this is crypto and that can be possible, right? I didn't take much time analyzing that one, and I put $400 in. So I put $400 in, and before the date coming due for my release, the platform died. So most of them, the strategy is they loom you in. They tell you they're going to pay you millions, hundreds of millions of dollars. They're going to make your life difference. They're going to make you a millionaire. And, you know, it's very secure. It's very safe. They pay you daily. But once you lock in for 90 days or 300 days, which is pretty much all year, they don't put for a year, or they don't put 6 months, because people will kind of wake up, you know. 6 months, they go, hang on, you know, how long has this been around? What, a couple of weeks? What, 3 months? And this is going to last another 1 year? I don't really think so. So people kind of wake up. So that's why they put days, you know. So you don't really think about it. You think, oh, days, you know, you don't really think about days, how quick the days go, yeah. So that's the problem. and that's how they lure you in. So you have to do your own due diligence before you put any money in. Um, so I feel sorry for the people that lost the money, put the money in the day before, and they lost everything. I do feel for them, and I have lost money as well, but I haven't lost. I made more than what I've lost. So I'm glad, I'm keeping my strategy that way, and I'm not meant to say that. I'm not saying that to for you to think that I'm better than anyone. I'm just saying that because I want you to succeed as well. I don't want you to lose and to lose your money if you're still gonna be putting money in crypto. Um, so I just wish you guys all the best. I'm gonna have to go. This video is getting very long. So check my channel, subscribe or leave a comment, and I'll get back to you when I can. Thank you. See ya. Bye.